funniest pets and people. A boy gets scalped. A horse drops some weight. A girl strikes out.
Are you guys good singers?
An odd tune duet. Look, it's Picasso. And a tot taps those toes. It's the show that will have you sit, stay, laugh, and beg for more. Welcome to Funniest Pets and People. Some people naturally draw attention to themselves, while others need to say, look what I can do. Sure, they save a fortune in kitty litter, but their water bill is astronomical.
Good boy. Good boy.
Waddles hates growing older. He misses the carefree days of his puppyhood. So he's trying to go back in time. Poor Waddles. Walking backwards won't break you through the time-space continuum. Everyone knows you have to spin to go back in time. Counterclockwise. So you go clockwise, you end up in the future. Waddles. Well, hey, it's your life. Or death. Just... Scrunchy finds it uncouth to drink from the bowl. High society kitties dip their paws in the water. Ooh, check out how she extends her pinky claw, too. She is quite the aristocrat. Hey, does anyone speak dog? Oh, cool. Hey, lady, what does she want?
Oh, is that your mom?
Oh, Mama. Now I get it. It's easy to tolerate the monthly bills when they smell like bacon.
Wait, Jack. Good dog.
Cool charades. I love this game. Okay, sounds like climbing. No, swimming. Dog paddle. You're paddling. Climbing? No. Rope? Oh, okay, it's a movie. Bridge over the River Kwai. I knew it. Awesome. I so own this game. After the butler quit, Zeus didn't mind filling in for a while. I mean, that's what family does, right? But it's been 2 weeks now, and as far as he knows, they haven't even put an ad in the paper. Perhaps Zeus is just too good at being a domestic. Maybe chewing up one of those slippers instead of fetching them might kick off the interview process. When looking for a bargain location for your rehearsal dinner, don't be afraid to go off the beaten path. The Sloan-Lundgren Union rented this basement rec room for pennies. So what if it's located under the chunnel? With the money they save, they can go somewhere fancy and dry for the honeymoon. It's deja vu all over again. It's Funniest Pets and People Rewind. Ever since Hector got that letter telling him he might already be a winner, he can't wait for mail time. Now sure, the odds are against him, but Hector figures someone has to win, so it might as well be him. And with that positive attitude, he already is a winner. Dad thinks he's about to teach Junior how to play baseball. But Junior is going to teach Dad how to play dodgeball. Even though Cricket's owners wouldn't spring for the strobe light she really wanted, Cricket still brings the pulsating, heart-pounding, rhythmic ambiance of the discotheque to the rec room by flashing the lights manually. Coco wanted to be in the movies, so Mommy was helping make that dream a reality. What Coco really wanted was to be in a 3D movie. It's a tough business, Coco. After 17 weeks of training, today was her final lesson. Time to put her bowling prowess to the test. Well, she did want to break into bowling. Hamsters love sunflower seeds, acorns, and nuts, but not as much as they love to limbo. How low can you go? Can you go low? What are you looking at? The English say it's easy peasy. We say it's child's play. Oh, the indignity. First, Mom uses a bowl to cut his hair, and then she lets the cat groom it. Mullety. It was so much easier when he was riding the horses on the merry-go-round. But now that Carl had a real horse, all he did was merry-go-down. It's even true in the winter. They brought baby Brooke a fancy sled, but she insists on playing in the box. Baby doesn't always know best.
Salut, tu manges de la neige?
Marie Antoinette said, "Let's eat cake." But had she seen this kid, she would have added, "Hey, I said eat cake, not wear cake." And she would have had a point. It's the basic difference in pets. If you have a dog, you have to take him for a walk. But if you have a cat, you have to take him for a nap. I gotta go with the cat on this one. There is only one way to handle a stubborn cowlick, and that's with a persistent cat lick. In the 80s, it was called the moonwalk. Since this guy is sitting down, we'll call it the moon scoot. You know, it was bad enough when Donna was sucking her thumb, but now that the dog's doing it, well, Poor old Dad's gonna have to spring for braces for both of them.
Oh no, he's trying to get it out of her mouth. Look at him. He's got her by the mouth.
It's hard to say who loved Meatloaf Night better. Jenny, because she loved Mama's homemade recipe.
Not like that.
She uses real meat, don't you know? Or Apollo, because after the meal, he got to search the inside of Jenny's mouth for leftovers. You know what? The whole thing is just pretty disturbing, isn't it, folks? Next clip.
Halloween candy in there.
How many partygoers does it take to change a light bulb? Well, it depends on how low you hang the lamp. All right, time to groove into some smooth moves and sounds.
Are you guys good singers?
And now Kelly and Chester sing their debut single, I'm in the Mood for Bones.
Chester's a good singer, too.
Chester wrote it. Oh boy, looks like someone's got a new leash and cannot wait to model it for the neighborhood dogs. Sometimes all you need for a new lease on life is a new leash on life. In between shows, Bobby Ray here likes to relax in his dressing room. But once the music starts, he can't help but kick it into overdrive. What can he say? He's a natural-born performer. Oh, this kid's gonna be big. Big, I tell ya. Tina and Tanya had been working on the act for weeks, and they were coming to the part that always brings down the house. Or at least brings down the couch. You know, it is true what they say. Performers are their own worst critics. Hey, come on, you weren't that bad. Throw yourself a bone. Barry chose the horn over the guitar because he hated having to constantly replace the broken strings. Oh yeah, this is so much better. The cat's meow is all the rage. In fact, the cat's meow is the cat's pajamas. After jumping from the top shelf in the closet, Muffin found out the hard way that the whole cats always land on their feet thing had been greatly exaggerated. Her owners were thrilled to have a prodigy in the house, and they simply adored her work. But frankly, they were disappointed with the fact that Fluffy's paint paw prints were all over the furniture. Yeah, this is cute and everything, but I'll tell you what, man, you put oil on that table and you got yourself a show. And then you put a dog under the table waiting for the cat to fall, and you got yourself a pay-per-view event. Wilma had had enough. It was time to put the cat out. But Jingo hadn't had nearly enough, and he was putting himself back in, thank you very much. Sure, cats were notorious for being lazy and shiftless, but Tabby was out to change all that. She was putting herself through beauty school. Of course, no one knew she was already in beauty school. They just thought she was being playful. But Tabby will show them when she opens her new salon, the Cat o' Nine Tails. Hey girls, here's a beauty tip. Why spend so much money on harsh bath time scrubs and exfoliants when the perfect antidote to dry facial skin is a cat's sandpaper tongue? That's right. Your dry patches will stop recurring and your cat will be happily purring. Kitty was busting to share her secret with someone, so she chose Molly. Molly will never tell that Kitty has a crush on the dog. Old world tradition is spoiled by old world craftsmanship. You see, tradition stipulates that no one can eat until the gravy boat is broken. And these people are starving. Hey, is there a lumberjack in the house? Man, they really knew how to make a gravy boat back then, didn't they? While indoors, why not enjoy these clips of the outdoors? It's easier than looking out the window. You ever wonder where the expression acting squirrely came from? Well, feast your eyes on Exhibit A, the squirreliest squirrel in all of Squirrel Town. Yep, he sure is acting squirrely. So now you know where the expression came from. Hope that helps. When he signed up to be an animal big brother, he thought he would get someone from the same general animal family. I mean, what's a wolf supposed to teach a raccoon? Well, from this video, certainly not manners. Of course, the Mudscraper 5000 is most famous for Gutbuster Alley. Many a frontrunner has been incapacitated when they bust their guts right here on a stretch of track that strikes fear into the very heart of any and all racers. At this juncture, it's either gut check or gut bust time. Scruffy had mastered tangling with the hose and was ready for a bigger challenge. The Quadra Hose. This four-headed monster was like something out of Greek mythology. Well, something like out of the backyard anyway. You know a funny pet or person? Are you a funny pet or person? Well, tape your pet or yourself doing something funny and send it to Funniest Pets and People, P.O. Box 7898, Burbank, California, 91505-9998. Make sure no animals or people are harmed in the making of your video, and please include your phone number. If we use it on the show, we'll send you $100 and a Funniest Pets and People t-shirt. Oh yeah, drinking out of the toilet. This is your cat's way of telling you that perhaps you should put the camera down and refill his water bowl. Isn't that right, Pumpkin?
Hey. What are you doing? Hey. What are you doing?
On Funniest Pets and People, the cat's out of the bag. A deer without fear. A dumbbell drops one. And a baby plays spin the bottle. So settle down, because we're gonna tickle your funny bone. It's the show that will have you sick, stay, laugh, and beg for more. Welcome to Funniest Pets and People. Hey, don't get all wound up laughing. It's toys. Cats are fast, agile, and they can jump. But just forget about them as your partner in a sack race. It may have a classy cast, but based on this preview, we think we're going to skip the planned sequel to Jarhead. This cat is in training. Hey, without 3 hours of practice a day, you don't become champion drape shredder of the county, okay? Future Dog looked around the quaint living room and thought about how backward it all was. And then he remembered. He had to get going. There was a space bone that needed burying. Okay, the dog looked silly, but just 3 more days and he'd be allowed to join the dog fraternity. You see a cat playing with a tissue box. He sees, well, he sees nothing. He's got his head in a tissue box. It was only after Dexter and Bobo got started that it hit him. You need 3 dogs to play jump rope. Now, we know this is a female ferret because she keeps asking,
Does the watering can make me look fat?
Somehow or another, Mendel Birnbaum's very first attempt at speed dating went horribly awry. Start smiling, we're in for good times. Using the vacuum on the cat did seem extreme, but it worked out way better than when she tried to use the feather duster. The dog had tried blind dates, speed dating, and the internet. And wouldn't you know it, love was right under his snout. The couple's new masked cake delivery service was not only novel, it was necessary. The dog never really knew if the cat was serious during these fights because, frankly, the cat was always pulling his leg. Marty was so funny with his jokes and his stories, he had the entire room cracking up. Literally. Next time, Sheila should consider climbing on the table before eating a big dinner. This was the last time Ed would try to help his sore back with Rick's new Bako rub. Rick's Bako rub with the soothing scent of bacon. Curiosity not only didn't kill the cat, it won him one of our t-shirts.
Hey, kitty.
Take off your shoes, it's time for some indoor fun. Waldo was so excited his owners let him turn on the bath, he didn't stop to think he was turning on the bath. Some dogs are destined to win the Iditarod. Others are destined to watch it on TV. We'll let you guess which dog this is. If the ceiling of your home shatters when it's hit by a champagne cork, then maybe you have less to celebrate than you think. You know what this cat is thinking? 2 words. Got milk.
This is it, Rocco. But I want you to go on without me. No, I insist. I'll just slow you down. But you can do it. There ain't a fenced living room built that could hold you. That's it. You're making it. Have a pizza crust from the garbage for me, pal. Woohoo!
This baby cannot find his balloon.
Where's my balloon? Anybody see my balloon? Oh yeah, like I'm gonna believe that. It's not on my head, you dope. Where's my balloon? Hey, where? Really? No, not there. Wait. Oh, it is!
Take it from this stilt walker. Forget the top. It's lonely and painful at the bottom. Can you blame this pig for moping around? Her owner spent 2 weeks in Hawaii living large, and all she got was that lousy leg. This video of the cat sneaking around in the kitchen where he's not supposed to be makes a lot more sense when you realize it's being taped by the dog. On the downside, that was the 3rd mobile she broke this month. On the upside, the Pilates was working wonders. It's Funniest Pets and People Unleashed. Now, granted, this is a weird position to sleep in, but in all fairness, Kitty knocked himself out, sleeping 12 hours on top of the TV. That's hard work. Wow, if this is how Buster reacts to a new stuffed dog, they should pretty much forget about bringing in that Great Dane. The signs were all there that they were falling for each other. Well, like the one that said freshly waxed floor. There were so many mismatches on the first try that Morris decided, that's it, no more internet dating. This was a first for the cat, because up till now he had always been the crabbiest one at the family picnic. The next time you play this game, insist on 300 thread count sheets, at least. Jerry's not complaining. Well, not because he's good-natured, it's because when you've been dieting, powdered sugar tastes great. Hey, we've seen some bad reactions to a haircut, but this is ridiculous. Loosen up your tie and smile. It's time to make yourself comfortable. Little Lee gets to spend the afternoon watching cartoons because he's finished his chores. And as for the cat, well, sleeping on the couch is his chore. I am a cat, not in a hat. Beneath a chair, with a strange stare. If you are scared, then stop this chat and go and find a normal cat. After weeks of rehearsal, the cat gerbil ventriloquism act hit a snag when they realized that neither of them could talk. We've heard of trotters and mudders. This is a lounger. It was a clever attempt, but hiding between the cushions didn't conceal the fact that the dog was on the couch. Build up those smiling muscles, it's time for exercise. Message to the lizard. If you want to figure out how to jump out of bed, check out the woman who just woke up and saw you. Now we know why the chicken didn't cross the road. Next time, they should think twice about having a sack race with giant kibble bags. Ironically, he joined the gym to drop some weight. Yeah, guess he's getting his money's worth. How did all this get started? Well, apparently one dog had a bone to pick and the other one wanted it. Do you know a funny pet or person? Are you a funny pet or person? Well, tape your pet or yourself doing something funny and send it to Funniest Pets and People, P.O. Box 7898, Burbank, California, 91505-9998. Make sure no animals or people are harmed in the making of your video, and please include your phone number. If we use it on the show, we'll send you $100 on a Funniest Pets and People t-shirt. After driving around for 3 hours, these pups just couldn't remember if you had to make a left turn or a right turn to get to the dog park. See you next time on Funniest Pets and People. A groundhog grubs away. A raccoon says, "Hello." A ringer gets his bell rung. A bulldog gets blasted. A cat who's not afraid of water. And a power lifter takes a powerful fall. It's the show that will have you sing, stay, laugh, and beg for more. Welcome to Funniest Pets and People. You may have to work 40 hours a week, but that leaves 128 hours for playtime.
Shut up!
Now, let's see. 2 huge dogs and a Bengal tiger. Well, I'm guessing this house has been voted least popular house to break into.
Kid, shut up!
Buster's owners already spent most of their time taping him instead of petting him. So there was no way he was going to let this other dog come in and start stealing more affection. Although he did have to admit the new guy was really kind of cute. Let's guess the mystery object under the Jenkins rug. Could be a dog, although it seems small, so it would have to be a puppy. How about a baby? Yeah, a baby! No, wait, that was a paw. Definitely not a baby. A cat? All right, well, maybe these guys can help. Hey, that looks familiar. Is it a wombat, a spider monkey, a chinchilla? What is it? Oh, a raccoon! Well, that was my next guess. At the Crandoodle Car Seat Company, we test all of our products for rear impact before they go to market. So we're certain that, in case of an accident, your child will be safe, secure, and remarkably scratch-free. Huffington here can identify any exercise just by the set of the shoe the person was wearing. Oh, smells like jogging. With a bit of saffron? No, it's more like burnt broccoli. Which, oh, I know, it's stinky feet.
It's the brawl in the hall. Cat versus ferret. A head-to-head battle for a berth in the finals of the Patterson's Pet Playoffs. Loser wears the shame forever. Winner moves on to battle the fish in a winner-take-all grudge match. This could go on all night.
Little known fact about squirrels. They're not into puppets. No. You see, their curiosity gets the best of them and they can't enjoy the show. They're always wondering what is making the puppets move. And that's with the good shows. This guy here isn't even trying, and it's driving Cheryl nuts. And don't get her started on marionettes. Some couples get a little carried away on their wedding day and, on a whim, smash cake in each other's faces. Something tells me this incident took a little more planning. When you have a talent that you're proud of, you want to shout to the world, "Hey, look what I can do!" Punxsutawney Phil was tired of this Groundhog Day business. He was going to do something about it. He wanted to move up to the 4th of July. From now on, if he was going to see his shadow, by golly, it was going to be cast by fireworks. Roger was rolling out the red carpet for a very special guest. And that guest is Roger! Yes, Roger believes he should get the red carpet treatment wherever he goes. So he's decided to carry one with him everywhere he goes. Thank you, yes, thank you so much. I'm Roger and my Cotamundi colors. Thank you. Carl is a volunteer fireman, and it's hard for him to keep his mind off fire safety, as demonstrated here by his dip, drop, and roll technique. In gymnastics, even the slightest weight gain can throw you off your game. That's why there's a team breakfast, so the coach can monitor what everyone is eating. It looks like Kevin here had an extra piece of toast this morning. When you lose your keys, you should look everywhere, even places that they could never be, like inside a stuffed cat, for instance.
Maybe they're in the fish tank.
Hey, look at Barbara. She's a dance school graduate. Actually, she needs to finish up some classes this summer. Let's see that again. Now, why does this porcupine dance alone? Let's face it, would you dance with a porcupine?
I got the boogie.
Fun is even more fun if you had feathers. Although Molly did find it fun to be half in the bag, it wasn't nearly as fun as being all the way in the bag. Wow, having all those feathers must really tickle. I don't know, maybe. Carlos thought having a bird around the house would help the kids learn about animals. And the first thing they learned was that animals don't need teeth to bite you. Looks like Timmy just got beaked. Not only are these birds getting a shower, they're also pretending to be carrier pigeons flying through a thunderstorm in order to deliver important messages to the president. And to protect their ears from their owner's voice. When faced with a bird from another country, nonverbal communication is pretty much the best way to go. That's why Kelly worked so hard to learn wing language. If even the bird is complaining, it just might be time to wash those socks. However, yeah, it does kind of clear the sinuses. After 7 years of flying south for the winter, Chester here vowed that he was going to drive this time. Now, if he could only get into the car. Jumper grew up in the rainforest, so he always felt it was best to be prepared in case a storm broke out. What are you looking at? Now, you see, most people would think that the cat here would have the upper hand in this confrontation, but they don't realize that Ermy the bird rules this house with an iron beak. This cat doesn't know where he's at. And if that dog isn't careful, he'll feel the wrath of Ermy next. It really is the perfect relationship. Eddie gets his ear hair trimmed nice and neat, and Pesto gets plenty of material for his nest. You loved him before, you'll really love him now. It's the funniest Pets and People Rewind. Here's some etiquette for attending a weightlifting event. No flash photography, don't sit too close, and please don't heckle the weightlifter. Let's see that again. Yeah. Next time, keep your comments about his hairline to yourself. Soaking his golf ball in bacon grease took a little accuracy off his short game, but at least Rick never had to go get it. And as long as he brings Nelson along, he never loses a ball during a round.
Okay. All right, shot.
You might think it's kind of strange to have only one wheel for that many hamsters. But you know, when you consider that those little guys power the entire house, well, it just makes good financial sense.
Bo! Bo!
There's a sticker on there that says 900-pound limit. Maybe they should have one that says, "This is not a ride." Oh, the editorial page makes Brownie furious. She can't believe the coverage is so slanted. She reads the paper for news, okay, not opinions. If she could hold a pen, then she would write a letter. But since she can't, she shows her displeasure in other ways. This is the performance of Fido's life. He's actually pretending to be surprised. You see, every time a gift for him was placed under the tree, he'd steam open the tape with his breath and peek at what it was. Oh, he's known about that stuffed animal for weeks. Good acting, Fido. They're like real people, only smaller. They're kids. It is true what they say. Pets start to look like their owners, which is really great news for these two. It means they're going to be ridiculously cute for the rest of their lives. The only thing that cools you down faster than eating ice cream is wearing ice cream. Maybe next time we'll just have cake. With Tevye burning up with fever, it was Sydney the understudy's big break. Would he have what it takes? Apparently not. The expression is break a leg, not break your face. Fred's parents bought him a dog in hopes that it would make him more active. Good thought, terrible execution. Claudia hoped to enjoy some corn on the cob, but she didn't know she'd have to deal with a cat on her corn on the cob. You'd think the cat's name would have tipped her off. Niblets. Hello, Claudia. Theo's parents often said he'd forget his own head if it wasn't attached. So when the big dance number came around, they wanted to make sure he had every advantage. And they pinned his dance partner to his sleeve. Sure, it restricted his moves, but it made sure Theo wouldn't take an unscheduled solo. The upside of Glenn's new vitamins was that he felt 10 years younger. The downside? He wasn't really 10 years younger. Let's see that again, shall we? Sit back, relax. We're heading to the funniest pets and people day spa. Harry was trained in all of the ancient massage arts. Shiatsu, Swedish, deep tissue. But what Zeke really enjoyed about Harry's technique was the acupuncture, provided by Harry's claws. Puts him to sleep every time. In retrospect, allowing cats to use the hot tub was pretty silly, because a big hairball would always end up clogging the drain. When a skunk in Europe sprays you, forget tomato juice. The villagers dump you in a mud puddle and scrub you until the smell is gone. Sometimes it takes weeks. Daisy hated taking baths, but she could shower for hours. You know, sometimes she'd even get dirty on purpose. Well, she is a dog, so she kind of always gets dirty on purpose. But the point is that she loves showers. That's what I'm trying to tell you. In a regular spa, this treatment would cost hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. But Janice here has found a way to get her wrap and eat it too. No, seriously, she's gonna eat the seaweed when she's finished. Do you know a funny pet or person? Are you a funny pet or person? Well, tape your pet or yourself doing something funny and send it to Funniest Pets and People, P.O. Box 7898, Burbank, California, 91505-9998. Make sure no animals or people are harmed in the making of your video, and please include your phone number. If we use it on the show, we'll send you $100 on a Funniest Pets and People t-shirt. Ever since Jasper saw a story on the internet, he's been pulling out his old records to find the backwards messages. Well, let's see what he finds.
Say hello to my sweet kitty. Say hello to my sweet kitty.
See you next time. On Funniest Pets and People, a fish with 9 lives. Cat who thinks he's a dog. A real spit take. A doggy says, I do. So sit back and sink your teeth into some laughs. It's the show that will have you sick. Stay, laugh, and beg for more. Welcome to Funniest Pets and People. Watch us make a smile appear. It's tricks. This girl has trained her dog to wait for 5 seconds before he can eat that kibble. It's impressive when you consider in dog time that's equal to eternity.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's time for Make Doggy Laugh. Hey, I tell you, why did the poor dog chase his tail, huh? Cat is trying to make ends meet. Hello? Isn't that wonderful? Wow. Hey, what's a cat's favorite nursery rhyme? 3 blind mice. Ba-boom. Isn't that wonderful? It's cute, huh? Hey, you know the difference between a dog and a man? You can train a dog. Oh, come on, just smiles? Hey, this is my A material. Hey, I tell you, I love you. How about that Brooke Shields? Isn't she wonderful? Wow. Watch carefully and you will see how the owners have trained their goldfish to play dead.
She thinks she's a dog. She's literally. Oh, there she goes.
Huh? Yeah, and if that doesn't impress you, he can also fetch slippers.
Be careful. See, she has to work to hold herself there. Here we go. Get your head out of the way, please.
As you can see, you can't see. Now I'm going to show these colors. And I want you to pick one of the colors. Okay. As you can see, she picked the color. Well, we're not going to say what the color is. Now I want you to hold it.
This woman has taught her blindfolded dog to pick out colors using powerful psychic energy.
Okay. So you see, this is the color. I want you to think real hard at this color, okay? Is everybody concentrating on this color? Okay. I'm thinking of a color, sweetheart, and I want you to get it. All right? I want you to get this color, sweetie. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this back in the same exact spot. Now, we're going to put this color down. So, at last look, not you. And we're going to take this blindfold off. Now, come here. Riker, we're going to need you to get a color for us. Sit. Are you ready? We're thinking of color. Everybody still think about that color. Ready, Riker? I want you to go.
But she still cannot get her husband to remember their anniversary.
Okay, this is the color that you picked, ma'am. That is right, everybody. This is the color. It's yellow. What a smart dog you are. Sit.
She wanted to play fetch. He wanted to cool off. Now they're both happy.
You ready? All right. Gonna try. Okay, ready?
The dog calls this piece, "Woman Giving Me Kibble When I'm Done."
Good boy, Otter. Ready? Go for it. Good boy, Otter. Let's put some purple.
Yeah, you go ahead and laugh, but he sold his last piece to the Guggenheim for $2.4 million.
That's great. And the other one?
Tonight on Parallel Universe. It's the strange case of a cat who thinks he's a dog.
Ready, Paul?
But then watch him switch and spend the next 23 hours acting like a cat,
Good kitty.
sleeping. Tune in next week when we meet a bird who flies right over freshly waxed cars and a teenage girl who loves being seen at the mall with her parents.
Come on, bring it. Good baby.
Dessert just went from being a moment away to sweet dreams. Get ready to smile, 'cause this is fun! Boy, the dog sure is enjoying licking that door, isn't he? Something to keep in mind before you buy your dog a bag of $8 dog treats. The cat is fighting with his own tail. And from the looks of things, he's losing. This man is so busy doing a traditional ancient dance, he doesn't even realize his wife fell down. Or that he'll be sleeping on the couch. Okay, this is called the old fake couch, fake out flazizzle. Nah, it's not really called that, but how fat is the word flazizzle, my brizzle? Pretty slow match. But you have to look at it this way. It's cheaper than cable and doesn't require batteries. You know, it's really hard to understand how Brian couldn't know that this was his dog's favorite toy. Yeah, it was right about now that the Hansons were regretting their decision to go with the discount mud baths. I don't want to say the dog owner intended to stay single, but he's trained his pooch to catch that garter at every wedding. The owners agreed this kitty was absolutely unforgettable. Mainly because of the 10,000 paw prints on the window. You ready to cry from laughing? It's Waterworks. Hey, don't tell him that's a sprinkler, okay? You see, he thinks it's a leak, and he's saving the yard from flooding. Hmm. 40 claws and a plastic pool full of water. Anyone got a Frisbee? Now this is one happy dog. But put a tub underneath him to catch the water and he is just miserable. Where's that doggy therapist to explain things when you need him? On this week's Pet Fear Factor. A cat overcomes her fear of baths, one drip at a time. If your dog has very intense doggy breath, you may want to invest in the Breath Blaster 3000. Unlike other systems, the Breath Blaster has twin jet action, doing twice the job for twice the freshness. And it'll leave your lawn nice and green, too. The Breath Blaster 3000. Now with an extra drop of Retsin. By Gronco. Why is the dog doing this delightful trick over and over and over? Well, where there's a pool party, there are hamburgers. So you do the math.
How many licks does it take for a cat to quench his thirst? You may ponder this and other such unknowable questions at the new Zen Kitty Fountain by New Age Knickknacks.
Look at the amazing trick this guy has worked out with his broom, huh? Wow. Boy, what a guy will do to avoid cleaning up around the house. And now it's time for Funniest Pets and People Unleashed. Today on General Pet Hospital. Clara suffers, knowing how wrong it is falling for Rodolfo, the physical pet therapist.
I'm a young cat with responsibilities. I can't run off with you.
Relax, my sweet Joyce. Let nature take its course.
Oh, it's wrong, but your touch is so perfect.
Leather suitcase, $200. Hawaiian lei, $10. Look on the X-ray screener's face at the airport. Priceless. Today's AccuWeather forecast, a heavy downpour followed by scattered laughs. Now, this is an old concept known as Scheudendog. You see, it's not enough that you get petted. Other dogs have to not get petted. Here's a sneak peek of this summer's planned big comedy, Wedding Crashers, the early years. If you think this was a snag, you should have seen them when they played 76 trombones. And now, today's episode of Vocabulary Builders. Today's definition, lazy bones. Any bones that do not move for 6 hours at a time, unless there's an open can of fresh tuna in the room, are lazy bones. This makes Dave a really fun dinner party guest. But don't ask him to do the dishes. Her mother begged her to stop doing this, but like with a lot of kids, it just went in one nostril and out the other.
Oh, how I love you, my sweet little Harold. I love everything about you. Wait a minute. You're not my Harold. You're not even a squirrel. Or real. You're a lawn ornament. Ugh, I gotta get these contact lenses checked.
This puppy is trying hard to understand this bird. Because normally, they go right over his head. Get ready to get easily amused. For months, the Vosslers wondered who was leaving paw prints on their windows. And then they spotted the perpetrator. Some would call it irony, but we think it just makes sense. If you've got the leg power, your favorite game has got to be leapfrog. If this weren't bad enough, the dog chases the computer when he hears, "You've got mail." You gotta admire the cat's determination. I mean, he's locked out and over 20 feet away. And still, he's gonna try and shred those curtains. These laughs sustain themselves. They're self-sufficient. First, they learn to play poker. Now they can open the door to the kitchen. Hey, don't be surprised when your stogies are missing and there are big bills for Animal Channel pay-per-view. In the battle between vanity and laziness, the cat had to admit, vanity had won this round. But he swore laziness would be back, and with a vengeance. The personality switch experiment had worked, and Dr. Siegler could feel very proud. If they could ever get the doctor out of the litter box to explain it to him. Yes, this is thoughtful until you realize he's the one that made her cry by tracking mud in the house in the first place. A funny pet or person? Are you a funny pet or person? Well, tape your pet or yourself doing something funny and send it to Funniest Pets and People, P.O. Box 7898, Burbank, California, 91505-9998. Make sure no animals or people are harmed in the making of your video, and please include your phone number. If we use it on the show, we'll send you $100 on a Funniest Pets and People t-shirt. Wow, look how this dog can imitate Elvis. What, you don't think it's so good? Well, you just tell that to the folks at the Sunset Room, just off Route 56. Yeah, where he's been booked in sold-out shows since June. See you next time, baby. On Funniest Pets and People, a baboon basks in the breeze. Panicky Pooch paddles his paws. A water skier sinks to an all-time low. A dog finds splendor in the grass. Pooch takes the air. And a banana splits. It's the show that will have you sing, stay, laugh, and beg for more. Welcome to Funniest Pets and People. Around the world, good girls and boys can't wait to get their hands on toys. Oh, and let's not forget pets. It only took a few weeks for Tabby to find the perfect place to hide from the dog. And even if the dog did look there, he'd have to go through 100 stuffed animals before he found Tabby. Well played, Tabster. Now blend, blend, and... Jinkies never made the connection that it was his owner who filled the bowl with food. He thought the magic bowl just filled itself. And that is why Jinkies is punishing the bowl. He thinks this bowl is holding out on him. He doesn't realize his owner just forgot. Poor bowl. Poor Jinkies. Lucky you. Brolin here is what you call a messy eater. I mean, they've tried bibs, they've tried napkins, they even tried hand feeding him. No, no go. So finally, they just put a funnel on his head. Gets the food right where it needs to be, and look, the carpet and Brolin have never looked cleaner.
Maybe I'll leave the Chris out and put him in the cage.
Jasper cannot wait for the annual Canine Track and Field Games. He's entered in the hammer throw event. Looks like he's got the grip down and he sure can spin. Well, let's just say Jasper really needs work on his release. Because he doesn't. While it's very important that every person in your home knows CPR, many people forget to teach their pets. Here we have Midnight learning mouth-to-mouth on a special resuscitating. You might want to think about enrolling your cat in a kitty CPR class. The life you save may be your own. Allie'd seen all this before. If he gave them the rope would then become tied to the tree. And once the rope is tied to the tree, Allie would get tied to the tree. But what Allie doesn't understand is that by holding on to the rope, he's actually tying himself up. Poor Allie. In most countries, it is customary for the bride to toss the bouquet. But in the small country known as Clipistan, it's customary for the groom to toss the bride's father. Then they get ice. That may seem funny, but sometimes you have to go indoors to watch the great outdoors. Hey, I don't make the rules, I just enforce them, okay? While some animals are known for being very rude, this guy attempts to make up for it by bowing to every and all comers. Subservient? Perhaps. Polite? Absolutely. Although it may not seem like it, bird showers actually save a lot more water than bird baths. And when you shower with your friends, well, there you got water conservation out the wazoo. You can't beat the location. In fact, you can ski right up to it. And the menu at the shores is out of this world. Only problem is the service. Every single time Dale's chiropractor goes out of town, it's the same old story. He ends up trying to crack his own back. A whole day of gathering can really throw your vertebrae out of whack. You just can't seem to get it. Oh, this is agony. Hey, can any of you help him out? I guess not. The dangers of riding the banana boat. Big wave come and you're gonna get thrown. Yuri was the ultimate multitasker. Whenever he would get a drink, he'd go ahead and wash his shirt at the same time. That left him plenty of time for sunbathing. Is there anything lonelier than a dog on a swing with no one to push him? Chopper is asking that very question right now. He's trying all right, but he seems to be barking up the wrong tree. Later, he's going to play fetch with himself and see how that works out. Oh, looks like someone just got their hair done, and she's ready for her close-up. Smile for the camera, darling. Say cheese. Say Limburger. Say Havarti. Say Gouda. Say cheddar. Nothing? Say banana. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. Banana. 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 Okay, awesome, fabulous.
Think you can handle these clips, tough guy? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
She went right on your shoulder, Jesse.
Don't bite me! Don't bite me!
When you're fluorescent green, incandescent orange, phosphorescent blue, refulgent yellow, and resplendent red, you can't afford to be the nice guy. You gotta bite a little or people will walk all over you. Colorful birds sometimes come off soft. Oh, looks like someone is suffering from little man's disease, huh? Careful there, little man. That's not a truffle you're trifling with. Let's just hope the big doggy doesn't feel like he has anything to prove.
Funny noises. I'm not here to take your food away. I gave it to you.
This kitten loves chicken. You know what he doesn't love? Sharing. I mean, he figures, come on, you got the hide, you got the hands, you get your own chicken.
Just so you know that Ted is not one-dimensional. Won't allow himself to be typecast. Here's Ted's other side.
Ted was willing to put up with being groomed, shampooed, perfumed, and coddled. He was even willing to look the other way when you insisted on having his nails done. But when it comes to his bones, could you at least let him act like a dog? Just this once? I mean, come on. He has his pride. With oil tiptoeing past $60 a barrel, this has become the economical way to let your dog experience hanging his head out the car window. Not only is it cheaper, but Rufus doesn't have bugs bouncing off his teeth. Never back down from a bully, Mom said. But Mom didn't realize that Fido owned the park and sledding there without his permission was just asking for trouble.
See, man?
Go get your shirt!
Can we just go home now, please?
There's a reason Tommy never played professional soccer. His face just couldn't take it. It's like deja vu all over again. The clip's so nice, we're gonna show him twice. It's Funniest Pets and People, rewind. Tired of your dog digging up your rose bushes, vegetable garden, and lawn?
Put it there, especially.
Then get him Porta-Yard. Yes, with Porta-Yard, your little digger can dig, dig, dig to his heart's content without making your yard the laughingstock of the neighborhood.
Help.
Porta-Yard, buy yours today.
Nice and cool.
Warning, Porta-Yard may result in your dog getting dirty fingernails. When Timmy's dad said he should challenge the dog on an even playing field, this isn't what he had in mind. I mean, sure, the playing field is even. I don't need a level to tell me that. It's just that this isn't the dog's natural stance. Timmy clearly has the advantage of being a human and all. Still, the dog is pretty much holding his own. When Jimmy grows up, he wants to be a truck driver or a dentist. Hey, that's it. Jimmy will be the first truck-driving dentist. Who says you can't have it all? What do you get when you play fetch with 3 dogs who are just crazy about Greek mythology? Well, you get a pretty darn good Cerberus impersonation. You remember Cerberus? Well, of course you do. The 3-headed hound of Hades. Check it out. Why, they're guarding that flying disc in the same manner he guarded the river Styx. Good job, boys. The zoom was broken on Daddy's camera, so Maria did everything she could do to help. Great, and now the zoom and the lens are broken. Maybe this family should stick to photographs. Since they let the gardener go, the backyard has just gone to pot. Look, the grass is so high it totally covers the trampoline. With his wheel out for repairs, Carl was suffering from a real case of wheel withdrawal. Not only is Barney man's best friend, but he is also man's best housekeeper, man's best bartender, man's best cook, man's best remote control caddy, man's best nursemaid, and man's best secretary. You know what else he is? Tired. Fun backwards is nuff, but as far as I'm concerned, you can never get enough. There's nothing Muffy loved more than the drive home after a dentist appointment. She just loved the feel of the wind flapping her numb lips all over the place. When it breaks out of its shell, a bird thinks the first thing it sees is its mother. And that's the last time Reggie here sits on a nest. Everyone has their own version of fun. For Grandpa, fun is doing a crazy after-dinner dance in the living room. For the younger members of the family, fun is getting in the way of Grandpa's crazy dance in the living room. Hey, now wasn't that fun? Water skiing on the lake is always fun. But not as fun as playing submarine. You know, I really hate learning how they do the special effects in those behind-the-scenes DVD extras. When I go to see a flying dog movie, I want to believe the dog is really flying. I mean, is that too much to ask? I can suspend my disbelief for 2 hours. It's a dog, it's flying. You've heard of a running start, right? Well, this dog takes a swimming start. Not wanting to get caught unawares when she hits the water, Suki always had her dog paddle at the ready. Yes, in or out of the water, Suki was definitely going places. Simon says, stand at attention. Simon says, look pretty. Simon says, sit down. Fall out of your chair. Oh, Simon didn't say. You're out. These clips are mighty tasty, so go ahead and get your licks in. True fashionista cats know that good grooming starts from the bottom up. Once you have the tail looking good, you can start with the rest of you. You know the saying, darling. As goes the tail, goes the cat. We all know that cats clean themselves with their tongues. Well, every few months, that tongue could use a good, thorough cleaning itself. No better place than in the shower. That ought to keep that tongue good for a few more months. Mr. Blabby was confused. No, more than that. He was bewildered. Oh, who are we kidding? He was mystified. Based on all that he knew, he could not figure out why Ronnie's hair didn't taste like strawberries. You ever wonder why your dog's nose is always wet? You got it. This is one healthy dog. A funny pet or person? Are you a funny pet or person? Well, tape your pet or yourself doing something funny and send it to Funniest Pets and People, P.O. Box 7898, Burbank, California, 91505-9998. Make sure no animals or people are harmed in the making of your video, and please include your phone number. If we use it on the show, we'll send you $100 on a Funniest Pets and People t-shirt. They said he was out of shape. They said younger cats had passed him by. But Jack and his one-paw push-ups were out to prove he was still a cat to be reckoned with. See you next time. On Funniest Pets and People, a pilfering pooch. Santa with claws. A pug who loves the bubbly. And the lone logger strikes again. So gather in and get a good spot. Because we got a show full of surprises. It's the show that will have you sit, stay, laugh, and beg for more. Welcome to Funniest Cats and People. Loosen that tie, it's playtime. The puppy waited all day to make his move. But he miscalculated. Oh, it turns out 8 balloons will not carry a 12-pound lab to the dog park. Some called him crazy. Others called him a visionary. But Milo's dream of a gravy pipeline was one step closer. This is just another example of a love, hate, love, 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 hate, 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 love, hate relationship.
Come on, get over there. Get over there. Stand up. Stand up. Stay up. Stay up. Stay up. Coming in.
Hey, Pooch, what are you gonna do now?
I'm going to Doggy Land.
Let's go. Get out there. Good. Stay. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Coming in, boy. Coming in. Yeah.
What a battle. And it's hard to say which is tougher. Getting the grass stains out of her pants or the muddy paw prints off the kitchen floor. George should have guessed about the poor service of this car rental company from their slogan. We're number 56. We barely try at all. Grab your funny hat with the ear flaps. 'Tis the season. Tired of doggy breath? Well, get the new Mint Trap by Gronco. Disguised as an ordinary Christmas present, Fido's snout checks in and doesn't check out till it's minty fresh. Give yourself a gift. The Mint Trap. It was a pretty convincing disguise, but the family knew it wasn't St. Nick when he stopped at the Christmas tree a half hour to play with the tinsel. Timmy's plan to pose as an ornament so he could see Santa slide down the chimney was not off to a very good start. This year, instead of milk and cookies, just leave Santa a glass of water and some aspirin. Hey, what's going on here? Well, the family just opened presents, and it's been about 20 minutes since Petey got that doggy sweater, and it was time for him to face it. There was no receipt, and you can't exchange anything without a receipt. Watch this video carefully and see if you can spot the exact moment that Louie winds up on Santa's naughty list. Correct!
Oh, I can't wait for Santa.
Oh, the doggy is just so excited.
No, 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 no. No, Jake. No, it's not Christmas. Jacob?
Oh, you see that? There's a present for him under the tree.
Whose present do you have? Jacob.
He just knew there was a Santa dog. Laughing is easy. In fact, it's child's play. Little Ronnie may be laughing, but he's actually learning an important life lesson. Dogs will eat almost anything. That's it, Billy. You show him who's boss. That's right. Tune in for this and more on next week's episode of The Gerbil Whisperer. You gotta give the little girl credit for not screaming. But then she did have a frog in her throat.
Did you know that champagne is a French word that means look out?
This kid loves his gift of underwear. And who can blame him? He's got superheroes on his. I mean, when we were kids, all we had were scratchy labels. Sure, Kitty saw the sign that said, "Beware of dog." But here's the thing you gotta remember. Cats can't read. Little Sarah had heard something about brides having cold feet. And she wanted to check for herself. Well, she didn't get any good shots of the swimmer. But she did get a 9.5 from the Soviet judge. It's Funniest Pets and People Unleashed. Yeah, I know he's being bottle fed, but it's really a fair trade because the squirrel taught her son to hide nuts for the winter. And now today's episode of Vocabulary Builders. Today's definition, greedy Gus. When you put more food in your mouth than the weight of your own head, you are a greedy Gus. The first and last celebration of Earthquake Day. What you are watching is step one of little Lucy's plan to make a totally embarrassing video of the dog slipping on a banana peel. With the little help from her pal Ethel. And in first place for the 12th year in a row, the San Diego Zoo's winning Elvis impersonator is Furry Elvis. There is no greater feeling than reaching out to help a child. Even if it means the ski patrol has to help you. Okay, folks, our resident canine expert tells us that the dog's body language is actually saying, huh, tastes like chicken. Somewhere along the way, this cat went from one more bite to night-night.
Huh? It's turkey. It's got L-tryptophan. What do you expect?
It's safe to say that this guy's dance card is filled.
Mama.
This dog just said mama. Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it? He's still working on Dada. There's no one you can laugh at more than your best friend. Why is a cat licking a rat? Why do flammable and inflammable mean the same thing? Well, some questions are just better left unasked. This week on the History Channel, Tarzan, the early years. They said a dog from the city could never date a dog from the prairie. But love has no zip code. Now it was clear how Julio got picked from the litter by that girl. He slobbered sweet nothings in her ear. The cat had to admit it, this is working out much better than when he tried to sleep on top of the fish tank. They met on the computer. Oh, no, not on the internet. They were both sleeping on the computer. Oh, no, the dog didn't bang into the owner. It's just that the owner passed out from the dog's breath. Wow, look at that guy catch some serious air, will you? You know what's the hardest thing about extreme biking? The ground. Hungry for some more laughs? Good news, it's chow time. You know why there are two cats eating cat food out of the old sneaker? So that when one cat passes out, there's someone there to catch him. It's 3:30 in the morning, and you are desperately trying to claw open the giant tin of chocolate-covered pretzels when your wife walks in and starts laughing. Oh, sorry, that was me last night. It's pretty nice of this mama dog to let the baby skunk suckle. But then again, she probably figures if she just doesn't move, it might go away.
Now here's my two big babies. The one on the right came to see me for 7 years.
So why do these raccoons put up with this incessant droning from these two women?
He weighed 40 pounds.
Hey, have you ever tried fresh peanut butter crackers?
For the winter, and
they're delicious.
he was out here on the tree, and he'd go up and eat bird feathers. Sometimes he'd eat birds. We head out for the birds, and I'd go and I'd call him Biggin, and he'd get ready to the voice, and I'd feed him cookies.
He'd come shooting down that tree and come over to
Yes. His son, because he was the second largest coon I've ever seen. He's only 2 years old here.
Do you know a funny pet or person? Are you a funny pet or person? Well, tape your pet or yourself doing something funny and send it to Funniest Pets and People, P.O. Box 7898, Burbank, California, 91505-9998. Make sure no animals or people are harmed in the making of your video, and please include your phone number. If we use it on the show, we'll send you $100 on a Funniest Pets and People t-shirt. Don't be impressed. He may be able to do this, but he still can't figure out which button to push on the remote to watch the news. See you next time.